Hey guys, it's Will with Skygauge Robotics. We're going to walk you through a typical job and show you guys how easy it is to get UT readings on your assets using Skygauge. This is our triple battery configuration. You can also do a dual, but today we're gonna run 3. Easy as that, and we'll plug it in when we're ready to fly. Along with the flight battery, we're gonna install the ground control battery. Easy as that. So this is the asset that we're gonna be inspecting today. We have angled pipe, vertical pipe, as well as long horizontal pipe where we're gonna get a reading on top of it. We're doing this, we wanna be able to show you that we can do omnidirectional contact. Now I'm gonna show you how to set up the mission. As you can see here, is our actual ground control remote, the actual drone, as well as our inspection computer. This is all the equipment that you need on site. Now we're gonna open up CIC. We're gonna open up a sandwich, go to creator. Today we're doing those 6 points. We're gonna go down to points up to 6. So that's all we need. We're gonna hit generate, and we're gonna save it. Say this is test, file save, and load that same document. Now we're ready to fly. As you can see, the drone is ready to fly now. Today, I'm playing inspector, and I'm gonna walk you guys through. Here we go, we're spooling up the motors right now after we just did the calibration. There it goes. With the motors tilting, this allows us to actually apply the force. This allows us to use different payloads like a rust removal, like the UT payload, EMAT. Right now we are going to approach for our first angled contact on the bottom. I have the inspection control here. What's happening now is we're getting the angle lined up so that the pilot can get flush contact. Now, once the drone actually makes contact on the approach, the drone takes over and makes an automatic approach by itself. Once the drone is what we call docked on the surface, the drone will take over and fly completely autonomous. This was using our force torque sensor to ensure that we get a good reading. Alongside this, the readings are actually live fed to this computer here. This is gonna give the inspector a confidence percentage. Our percentages are based on our own proprietary code that allows us to measure whether or not that reading is actually correct. Now taking our first reading, the drone is docked. I can go ahead and tell the pilot that's a good reading, and we can move on to the next. For this reading, we're gonna show you guys how quickly we can get the reading from start to finish. Contact has been made. We're getting a waveform. We have a reading. Here we're making our next angle contact, angling down. As the drone goes to apply force to the surface, the rotors are actually pushing into the asset to ensure that we have flush contact. Once this happens, the drone makes sure that a constant force is applied for an accurate reading. Now we're gonna show you guys how to set up the drone to do a vertical down contact. We're gonna unclip this. We're gonna manually rotate this downwards and torque it down. And we're spooling up. I love it. We also flip the auxiliary camera if you do want that close-up view. Now that we're aligned, the pilot is going to hit the approach button, and the drone is going to automatically approach the pipe, make contact, and take the reading. There's our contact. As you can hear, the motors then spool down as the drone puts its weight onto the surface to allow us to get that good reading that we talked about earlier. We are now capturing our live waveform, and I can go ahead and check that off. I see a good reading, and then we're going to move on to our next point and do the same thing. Although we are talking about autonomous contact, the pilot is always in control. But the Skygauge is capable of doing 20 to 40 readings per flight, depending on what the asset looks like. Let's show you guys how to generate a report. You're going to go over to the sandwich. You're going to hit generate report, start, going to load. Start one more time, and then you're gonna hit save. You're gonna name it. We'll test 1, 2, 3, save, and then open. And there's your report. You don't need a UT tech on site to actually validate this report. That report that we just generated can be sent digitally to your level 2 or 3 certified UT tech offsite. That all of these payloads are interchangeable. We have a rust removal, EMAT, as well as various other coding application attachments that we can't put on the drone. They all fit onto this same exact drone, 3 thumb screws and a plug. Along with all of the payloads that Skygauge can carry, we can also attach lights for interior inspection, gas monitors, and various other tools for other applications that you may use the Skygauge for. I hope that gives you a great look onto what using the Skygauge on a job site actually looks like. Of course, we can turn a much larger job into a much less time-consuming job using robotics, and that's the future of industrial asset management.